there is an ability for Trump, at the conclusion of this process, to veto the project. But again, Trump needs a scientific record to do that, and he doesn't have one. And Trump has some other problems. In order to veto this project as part of this process, there is a set out course of action you have to take, certain steps you have to take at certain times. You have to announce that you've got some questions that you think are important enough in order to keep the process open to preserve the possibility of a veto. And you have to do that at the time the draft environmental impact statement is published, so a year ago. That's called a 3A letter. EPA filed a 3A letter. They preserved their right to be able to veto. Then let me take you forward. The next step is they have to file a 3B letter, which says, after looking at this further, we still think we might file a 3B letter. The 3B letter had to have been filed about 9 months ago. They got a couple of extensions on it, but ultimately they decided not to file a 3B letter. So they got out of the process. They did not check the box they've got to check in order to be able to veto this. Now, the courts have never finally ruled whether a president could veto a project without filing a 3B letter. But the process says that he must file a 3B letter in order to veto. So we're in pretty good shape. EPA has indicated its clear intent, not the Trump EPA, not to veto this process. And again, even if they decided they wanted to, they don't have a scientific record that justifies it. So we're in practically, there's no risk Trump EPA is going to veto. There's just no risk.
And have you confirmed all this with what's the name of the administrator? Mr. Andrew Wheeler? Have you been able to confirm all that?
Not with Andrew Wheeler, because Andrew Wheeler is recused. So we hired Andrew Wheeler's firm years ago to help us. So when Andrew Wheeler became the administrator of EPA, he had to put us on a list of things that he could not deal with while he was administrator. He had to recuse himself. So he appointed the general counsel of EPA to make all Pebble decisions. And yes, we have confirmed that with the general counsel of EPA.
Who is this person?
His name is Matt Leopold. Now, just to make things as complicated as they can possibly be, which is the way American politics works, Matt Leopold has recently announced that he's leaving his job as general counsel of EPA. And it will be Matt's deputy that will be making those decisions. But we have confirmed this with both of them.
So they are all in agreement that Pebble should go on?
That's correct. And the interesting thing here about this decision that makes it better for us is if they do nothing, we prevail. So they'd have to take some action in order to stop us. And there's just no way they're going to put their head up and take this kind of action, especially given the record they've developed so far, where they officially said they were not going to file a 3B letter.
So they just have to look the other way, and that's good for us.
That's correct. Go outside and take a smoke, and we're done.